Arabella, a beautiful landscape just an hour's drive from Cape Town. This week we speak to a player who's lucky enough to be attached to the club. He's a winner of 6 Sunshine Tour titles. Can you name him? A Rose by any other name.
I've been spending holidays here since I was born. My folks have had a holiday house here in Hermanus, so we've always come here in Decembers. So in a way it is like home because I've been coming here every year for my whole life pretty much. So yeah, the area is close to my heart and I'm comfortable here, you know. It's beautiful, it's relaxed and there's lots to do and yeah, I just enjoy being here.
Always good to chat to Jake Roos, a player making his way overseas and yet always happy to be home.
I try and get out on the course quite a lot because it's such a great golf course and because it's quite a hard golf course, you know. If you look at the score-wise, when we have the professional events all over the country, this is usually one of the toughest courses of the year, you know. So it's good to practice in an environment that's testing because when you go somewhere else and it's a little bit easier, you know, it plays into your hands. So in that respect, it's a great place to train.
Probably a great place in any respect. But Jake's always keen to challenge himself, to strive, to get better.
I did quite a big change last year. You know, my game was a bit of a dip in 2016, 2015, so made quite a big change middle of last year. So it's been about a year now and it's slowly progressed and it feels like it's moving towards a good place now. So I'm quite excited for what's lying ahead. On the technical side, it's just getting the club a lot stronger, you know, and deeper going back. I was a little bit too armsy, so a little bit flatter and stronger going back, which makes it more of a body rotation through the ball. So it's quite a new move, but it's something I'm enjoying, you know. It's different. I hit a different ball flight now, and I'm embracing it, you know. So far so good.
There's evidence this season that things are coming together. Top 20 in Zimbabwe, tied 5th in Zambia, runner-up in Swaziland.
There's nothing that gives you more confidence than playing well in a tournament, you know, competing, you know, under pressure performing. And that's where you really know if your game's in shape or not, if your swing holds up and you can hit the tight tee shots under pressure. And it's been getting there, you know. I've been able to execute some good shots under pressure. So that's positive. It shows the swings on the way back.
Jake's twice a winner on Europe's Challenge Tour, but looks back 5 years to his latest victory on the Sunshine Tour.
I haven't won for a couple of years now, so I'd like to add it to that number here in South Africa. But look, I think you can't really go out and say, I just want to win now this week. You really just got to play well over a period of time, and then by playing well, you get yourself in a position where it can happen. Because, I mean, for you to win a tournament, there's a lot of things that sort of need to play in your hand. And, you know, I could have won twice in the last couple of weeks, you know, but it just didn't quite turn out, you know. So as long as you keep putting yourself in that position, I think the wins will come, and then it's about momentum again. As soon as you start winning one, you can win a couple. So I'm not trying to go out and win. Of course I'd like to, but I think if I just keep doing what I'm doing and getting myself in contention, it'll happen.
The Lombard Insurance Classic, the latest near thing for Jake. A 6 holes playoff just wouldn't edge his way.
Almost a great result the other day, you know, lost in the playoff, but you know, I think Justin Harding, you know, he lost against me in a playoff about 6 years ago at the same event, and this time it was his turn, so I suppose we're even. So next time when me and him are on the playoff, I'll take it again, hopefully. But yeah, I love playing Swaziland. Great golf course, fun track, great place, people are so friendly, just a nice trip, you know.
When Jake won the event, it was one of 3 successes that season. Other times, you just have to acknowledge the strength of the competition.
Our level is very high on the Sunshine Tour as well. We've got so many good players, so many talented sportsmen in South Africa, you know, and that reflects in the golf as well. So I think typically the winning scores are similar every week in wherever in the world. I think just in America and in Europe it's a little bit deeper, you know. So let's say, you know, 15th place in South Africa would be, you know, 8 shots behind. In America maybe only 4 shots behind. So the level of competition is just that little bit deeper. Everyone's a little bit closer to each other. So there's just more and more good players, which makes it tougher to break into those molds. So I think we've got ample talent, and I wish we can have more guys go overseas, because I think a lot of guys will be able to make a good living overseas. But to get your foot in the door, you need a bit of a luck and you need a bit of a gap somewhere, and it's not always that easy, but we're definitely up there in terms of standard.
Okay, so gaan net te hoog terug gaan en ons gaan net so joep joep.
That gap will come again for Jake. But family has to come first.
Earlier in my career, I try to play as much as I can and practice as often as I could. But now I think I've got more of a balanced way, spending a lot of time with the kids and the family when I'm home. You know, often when I come here to Arabella, I bring them along as well, and they run around and have a great time. There's so much to do here for them as well. So it is important for me to, you know, be comfortable with family life and not think that, you know, I've got to practice all the time. You know, so I'm embracing it and enjoying the journey with them.
And he can have everybody with him again at Arabella pretty soon for a week of competition. The course is set to host a Vodacom Origins event for the 9th time, stepping in place of Lungabarn this September and enhancing its reputation for staging more of the series events than anywhere else. Jake's not yet won a Vodacom event, though he's come close, having been runner-up at both Euphoria and Val de Gras.
Vodacom has been a great partner of the tour for many years, going way back for summer events at Pretoria Country Club, and they've always had the series, you know. So they've given the pros in South Africa a chance to play, especially in the winter months when it's gone quiet. So I think, speaking as a guy that's been on tour for a couple of years now, I'm very grateful towards Vodacom for giving us that opportunity to keep our game sharp during the leaner months, if you could say that, of the year. And they've always bring great clients and great initiative and creative ways to make the events fun with the amateurs, and I think I've built some great relationships over the years as well with a lot of the amateurs because we keep seeing the same clients of theirs. So it's been a great partner, and I think they also have enjoyed their road with the Sunshine Tour.
Keith Horn wrapped up an impressive wire-to-wire victory when the Vodacom Origins was at Arabella in August last year. Jake didn't do badly, taking a top 10 finish, but at 1 over par for the week, 7 shots back, he was never threatening the winner, despite entering the week as one of the perceived favourites with his home advantage.
There's merit to that. I think sometimes you can almost try too hard because you know every little inch of the golf course, but at the end of the day, it's another round of golf. And I think if you bring the attitude of you're just having fun in your backyard, I think it's so much better. You know, if you know, often guys don't do well on their home venues because I think they're trying too hard to impress, you know, all the locals and what have you. But I think you must just see it more as a bonus.
I'm sure we'll consider him one of the favourites again, nonetheless. And the season is shaping up pretty well so far. Nicely placed on the money list after his second to Justin Harding in Swaziland, and with plenty still to play for. Not that Jake is one to study the order of merit too closely. What will be, will be.
I think it shouldn't play on my mind because as a golfer you mustn't think about the results too much, although it's tough to miss it. But I do want to try and finish high up because I'd love to be back in Europe or somewhere overseas in the near future, you know. So that will open up some doors if I can finish strong. So yeah, I'm definitely aiming to stay within the top 10. If I can do that at the end of the season, that'll open a lot of doors for me going through next year.
Practice at Arabella will see him in good shape for his next event in Kenya. Does it help having prior knowledge of how to get the job done?
I definitely do, you know, in that sense, sort of have that inner belief where you know you can do it. You know, I think that does really play a part. That's why your first win is so important, you know, just to get you believing and really sort of establishing yourself that you know you can do it now, you know, because it is, I mean, you're bloody nervous, you know, there's no two ways about it. But that's the best feeling, to play with those nerves and still play well. You know, that's I think why I still play golf, is because those moments where you're really nervous but you're still able to hit a good shot, that's special. You know, under that adrenaline, that's what I enjoy about the game. So yeah, I think it's about that deep inner belief and then creating chances as much as you can. You know, playing in a lot of events, getting yourself in position.
For Jake Roos, a winning putt and a victorious walk to the clubhouse surely can't be far away.